Everybody, my previous video for the Q&A cut off because my tablet that I was recording it on died. But I'm so sorry about that. I'm also sorry for the late Q&A. As I explained at the beginning of the previous video, I actually only have 2 more questions to finish, so this is going to be a very short video in comparison. Let me get right in. So to AVJ123's question, what do I think about Donald Trump's tweet about the World Cup and basically a veiled threat to stop supporting countries that are thinking about not voting for the U.S. bid? I don't really like to get much into politics on my channel because I know it's controversial. I do like politics as like a separate thing on the side that I'm generally private about. But to answer your question, it's a bonehead move made by a bonehead leader of a major nation. I don't think it's really going to sway would-be defectors of the U.S. bid to vote for them. If anything, it might antagonize them to go for the Morocco bid, just because of to send them the message to Trump that screw you. It's not helpful. Not helpful. Especially other comments that he's made before about countries that are maybe not as developed as the United States and other, Western European nations. Really does not present a good image for the bid. It doesn't present a good image for the country. And I'm opposed to his rhetoric, his actions that he has said on this topic. It's just erratic. It's just foolish. It's just childish. It's what can I say? Is it going to cost the U.S. the bid? I think Morocco is going to win the bid. I've said that in a previous video. I think Morocco will win the bid, and this will be one of many factors contributing to that. It could very well be the deciding one that costs us this bid. Because back when he made that comment about certain underdeveloped nations, FIFA representatives who came to the U.S. to inspect it and to, properly assess the bid, they weren't really so much concerned about the infrastructure in the United States that could host such a tournament. They were more so, they kept pressing and asking the question of, is the U.S. going to be a friendly environment for travelers and visitors and whatnot? And when that's the main concern on their mind, and they keep asking the same question over and over again in a suspicious manner, it doesn't look good, because it shows that they have heavy doubts about it in general. So it doesn't present a good image. Not at all. And lastly, the last question is, who do I think should host the World Cup between 2026 and 2034? Or who would I like to see host? Well, I would actually like if... I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you who I want to host the next 4 World Cups starting in 2022, because I don't think Qatar should host it for many reasons. So what I would like to happen, which is almost guaranteed not to, 2022, if the whole corruption investigation reveals that Qatar is illegitimate, then I would like to make a deal with Morocco. Let's say to Morocco, you get the 2022 World Cup, the next one, and give the 2026 one to the US Mexico Canada bid. Let us get the tournament expansion for the first time, and you get the World Cup in just 4 years. But the problem with that is, logistically speaking, that only gives Morocco less than 4 years to prepare for the tournament. So that's just in an ideal fantasy world, not taking in reality to account, but let a man dream, won't you? So in the most ideal of worlds, Morocco, or you know what? Give us the 2022 and give Morocco the 2026. Vice versa. Let Morocco have 2022, give 2026 to us, or give us 2022 and give Morocco 2026. That way Morocco has time to prepare. Everybody wins. 2030, I would love the World Cup to return to South America, specifically the bid, which is actually a thing, the tri bid between Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay. That's right. There's already been a bid for 2030. It's been out for a couple of years now. The only bid so far, I think, I'm not sure. Argentina, Uruguay, and Paraguay, a three-nation bid. Another one to host the 2030 World Cup, the centenary, the 100-year anniversary. I think it would be awesome to have the World Cup in Argentina and Uruguay, and to a lesser extent Paraguay, because Argentina and Uruguay were part of the first World Cup final in 1930. So, and Uruguay hosted that event. It'd be pretty fitting. I'd like to see that. And then for 2034, I would say it should go to Europe. It should go to Europe. And what European country would I like to see host the 2034 World Cup? A World Cup hosted by a joint bid of Portugal and Spain would be pretty cool. Spain's already hosted it in 1982. Portugal's never hosted. I don't know if Portugal would be able to host it by itself. Maybe they would. But a Portugal-Spain bid would be pretty cool. But then that also calls into question, well, just 8 or 12 years prior, you had it in Morocco, and Morocco's geographically right under Portugal and Spain. So isn't that kind of the same thing? Well, no, it's not kind of the same thing. So Portugal and Spain from Europe would be pretty cool. If not them, maybe you can give it to one of the Scandinavian countries, like Sweden, Norway, Sweden, Denmark. A World Cup in England would be pretty cool. Give it back to England like they had in 1966. It's got to go back to England someday. It has to. It has to. Because France has hosted twice, Italy's hosted twice, Germany's hosted twice. It has to go back to England eventually. But yeah, that's what I would say for now. Morocco, USA, Canada, Mexico, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Portugal, Spain. I think joint bids are the future. Peace. I'll see you in the next one.